What if one of the most dangerous lies you have ever believed is this, that your suffering must mean something? What if some of the pain in your life is not shaping you, not purifying you, not preparing you, but simply wasting you? We are taught in subtle ways to respect pain. We hear that pain builds character, that struggle makes you stronger, that without discomfort there is no growth. And sometimes that is true. Muscles grow under strain. Endurance grows under repetition. A caterpillar does not become anything beautiful by remaining comfortable. But that is exactly why the lie becomes dangerous. Because once pain has been linked to growth, people start to assume all pain is secretly useful. And that is where human beings begin to ruin themselves. Because not every wound is a lesson. Not every burden is a teacher. Not every form of staying is courage. There is a difference between the pain that enlarges you and the pain that reduces you. One stretches your strength, the other eats it. One asks something difficult from you, the other slowly takes away your ability to remain yourself. And the tragedy is this: destructive suffering rarely arrives announcing itself. It often enters wearing the clothing of love, duty, loyalty, sacrifice, motherhood, faith, patience. It asks you to stay, to endure, to be good, to be understanding, to wait just a little longer. And here is Joey, a friend you know. Joey saw warning signs before the marriage. Joe could turn from tender to explosive over almost nothing. A misplaced object, a late reply, a shift in tone. Friends told her to slow down, to ask harder questions, to take the instability seriously. But she told herself what many people tell themselves: love can manage this. Then they married. At first, things were calm enough to feed hope. That is how these stories often survive. There is just enough tenderness to make the fear feel disloyal, just enough peace to make the warning signs seem exaggerated. Then the arguments changed. Small things became dangerous things. A toothbrush out of place. A question asked at the wrong time. A tone he did not like. The atmosphere thickened. Then came the shouting. Then the grip on the arm. Then the first blow. Joey cried to her friend. Her friend told her this was not normal. But Joey had a child now, and with a child came a terrible temptation to call misery meaningful. She told herself she was staying for the child, that the suffering was necessary, that maybe this was what sacrifice looked like. But suffering does not become holy just because you name it sacrifice. Sometimes staying does not save a family. Sometimes it feeds the very thing that is destroying it. Sometimes what you call endurance is only permission for the wound to deepen. The abuse worsened. Hospital visits, explanations, silence, shame, fear. And each time Joey gave the pain a reason so that she would not have to face the possibility that it had none, that it was not transforming her, not preparing her, not building anything, only breaking it. It took someone outside the suffering to say what she could no longer say from within it. This is not meaningful pain. This is damage. This is not a hard season. This is a life collapsing under harm. By then, too much had already been lost. Her body had carried more than her conscience could name. Pregnancy complications followed. Then grief. And in the shadow of all that ruin came the sentence that should have arrived much earlier. You did not have to do all this suffering. That is the deepest cruelty of meaningless suffering. Not only that it hurts, but that it steals life while pretending to be necessary. It convinces people that leaving would be weakness, when leaving may be the first sane act left to them. So the question is not whether suffering can be meaningful. Of course, some suffering is. The real question is this: must all suffering be obeyed? Must every pain be interpreted as necessary? Or should we learn to examine suffering case by case, asking whether it enlarges life or quietly destroys it? That may be one of the most important questions a human being ever learns to ask.